Yeah. Y'all watching the Grind Ethiks mixtape show, and I'm your host, Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. Basically, you know what I mean? I'm saying, basically. Yo, what up? What up? Y'all watching the Grind Ethiks mixtape show, and I'm your host, Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. You know what I mean? I'm saying, basically. Yo, anybody that like this episode of the Grind Ethiks Mixtape Show, I'll be very grateful if anyone could like, share, and subscribe to the channel so, I could build up a bigger fan base, reach more of a bigger audience and all that good stuff. And definitely, if you like this episode, I would like y'all for, it's your choice. I'll be very grateful if y'all could hit me with a friendly donation. Grind Ethiks Cash app, that's the link. Grind Ethiks Cash app. Also, you could follow me also you could hit me up on Venmo. And as far as PayPal, I'm under Grind Ethiks Media. Grind Ethiks Media on PayPal. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of beat reviews that I dropped. You know what I'm saying? A lot of beat reviews, a lot of fashion reviews, things of that nature. I'm about to drop some more video instrumental reviews or more music reviews because I like doing beat reviews. I like dropping beat reviews. But yeah, the topic of today's show is money. It could free you and it can enslave you. It can do two things. The choice is yours. It can enslave you and it could free you. What do I mean by that? What the fuck you mean, Victory? You always talking shit, nigga. You always talking shit in your motherfucking bedroom with your green screen in your mother's house. You always talking shit. Yeah, I'm always talking shit, but I back my shit up though. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, it can enslave you. A lot of y'all that might be watching, not all of y'all, because I don't know who's watching, but some of y'all that's probably watching, y'all probably enslaved by money. Y'all probably enslaved. You know, I'm gonna tell you how it can enslave you and free you. Uh, what should I start off? The slavery or the freedom? Let me start with the slavery first, right? Let's say you just got a new job. You went from getting paid 60,000 a year to 85,000 a year, right? You have a new job. Um, you don't like it, but it's paying you good money every week, every month, every year. But you hate the shit out of it. The work is tedious. You have to work a mandatory mandatory overtime, and you hate the shit out of it. But it's paying you good money compared to the last job that you hated. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the last job you hated. You know? So you're like, fuck it. The money's good. The money's great. But you ain't got no time for your family, hardly, or hardly time for yourself. Shit, you hardly got time to take a shit. This is how demanding this job is. But the money's good though. It's paying you 85,000 a year. It's great. To you, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna work this job. And it's 5 hours. I mean, 5 years. You're 5 years in, and ever since then, you've been miserable. You've been a miserable 85,000 a year nigga. But you like, but this job is good. the benefits, the pension plan too. Like, and I'm getting paid 85 racks a year. But I hate it though. See, that's a situation where you're in a situation that you hate, that you can't stand, but you're in the situation because the money is good. That's an example of being a slave for money. In a situation right there, you enslaved yourself. You took a job that's mad tedious, you hate it, but it pays you mad money. So therefore, you're trapped. And it's your choice. Nobody's telling you to work there. Nobody's really, you know what I'm saying? Nobody have a whip in their hand and be like, yo, go back to work. Nobody's doing that. You can leave. You know? You can leave. But you're like, nah, but the pay is good. See, you're a slave to that job. For those who making good money, but you hate your job, but you want to leave it, but you don't want to leave it because it's paying you good money. That's when you become a slave for money. And I know some of y'all be like, but Victory, you got to give niggas a break. What about niggas that got kids? Listen, kids are good. It's good to take care of your kids, okay? But that does not escape the fact that you're still a slave for the money. Whether you got kids or don't got kids, if you're in a situation where you're making good money, but you feel like you can't get out because the money's good, whether just because you, even though you hate the situation, hate the job, whether you're a drug dealer, whether you, even if you're an entrepreneur, you know, I'm not just picking on your 9-to-5 niggas, even your entrepreneurs. Some of y'all might have a real successful business, is booming, but you hate the shit out of it because you just don't like it. It's too tedious. You hate it. And some of y'all self-employed people, you know, you might be making mad money selling whatever, selling merchandise, basic things that people need, but you hate the shit out of it. But the money's good though. You're a self-employed person, you're making $400, $500 a day. The money's great, but you're like, ain't no regular job gonna give me this type of money. I gotta stay in this job. I gotta stay at this, even though I hate it. Why do you have to stay? Because of the money? Fuck the money. Why you want to be a slave? You're enslaving yourself. And like I said, all because you got kids, it doesn't escape the fact that you're still a slave for the money. If you're in a situation where you don't want to be, in a situation that you hate for the sake of the money, you're still a slave. Oh, because you got kids, what that don't make you a slave, nigga? Well, how does having kids exempt you from being a slave of money when you're in a situation where you don't want to be in, but you're in a situation, you stay in a situation because of the money. Kids don't, that's irrelevant. The fact that you got kids. That doesn't escape the fact that you're still a slave to the money. Whether you're employed, self-employed, or whether you're not, or whether you're a business owner. Come on, man. You're still a slave, regardless. You're letting the money trap you. You're letting the money enslave you. Because we was taught since we was kids, it's all about the dollar bill, y'all. The dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. You know? And I'm gonna ask you this question. Being that I quoted that line, that hook from Wu-Tang. Cash rules everything around me, or cash rules everything around you, but does it rule you? Does it rule you? You have to ask yourself that question. And to some people that's watching, it does rule you. You're a slave to the dollar bill, y'all. You know? That's why I tell people, I encourage people, don't have no emotional attachment to money. Don't love it. Don't hate it. It's business. It's all business. Nothing personal. Love your family. Love yourself. Love your fucking dog. Love your cat. But don't love money. Don't love it and don't hate it either. you know. But but yeah, you're a slave for the money if that's the case. If you're in a situation that you don't want to be in. And a lot of y'all that's probably watching, you hate your part-time job, you hate your full-time job, but you're doing it because, because of the money. You got to pay your bills. You got to take care of your kids. You're a slave for the money. I'm sorry to tell you. You can curse me out in the comment section. I don't care. I don't care. Now, I'm going to give you an example of letting money free you, free your time, free your mind. You know what I'm saying? See, when you're in a situation where, let's say you worked a 9 to 5 job most of your life. Let's say you're in your late 30s and you worked a job since you was like maybe 15 years old, right? And you hate working for regular a 9 to 5. But while you work in a job that you hate, you put money into little investments. Like you put money into your stocks, ETF funds, IRA funds. You have different funds. You put your money into different investment situations where your money is growing without you working to build up the interest. Your money is growing without you being there, basically, right? And you got a few bonds while you work in a job that you hate, that you can't stand, right? And then, and let's say you invest in a company, a nice gigantic company or two gigantic companies that's paying you dividends every 3 months. You're getting paid like 20 racks all of a sudden every 3 months. Now, if you're getting paid 20 racks every 3 months, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're getting paid 20 racks from one business that you invested in. 20 racks. That's 20 racks every 3 months. That's kind of like retirement money right there. Even though the money's coming in every 3 months. But if you're a frugal person, as long as you're not materialistic, you could live off of $20,000 every 3 months. You can. You could live off of 20 racks every 3 months. You can. Because you could take some of that money and reinvest in different situations where your money is growing without you being there. So basically, you're not just making one income. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah. That's freedom right there. That's what you call financial freedom. You making money without you working. You could pay your bills, you know. The first $20,000 you make that first 3 months, you could pay probably a whole rent. Your a rent full of bills or whatever. You could probably pay your rent for a few months. You know what I'm saying? To 6 months or whatever. You know? That's financial freedom, man. That's where the money is freeing you. That's where the money's freeing you. You're not a slave to the money. You going out of you traveling all over the United States. You're traveling all over the world, the planet. You're having fun. You're coming home fresh. You know what I'm saying? You're getting all types of pussy. You know what I'm saying? You get all types of cultural pussy. You might have a few babies or whatever that you're not gonna know about or don't know about yet. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I'm telling you, that's an example of you letting your money free you instead of enslaving you. Like me myself, I don't really edit my shows, right? I go down the block and I go see my man Dak from Global Spawn, and I pay him to edit my shows. Why I don't edit my shows? Because it's too tedious. I don't want to do that. I've been sitting down for years watching other people edit my shows, and I'm like, yo, I wouldn't want to do this. This is too tedious. I don't want to do it. I'd rather pay somebody else to do it. That's where my money's working for me. If I pay somebody a couple $100 to edit my joints, That's where my money's paying. That's where my money is working for me. And I free up my time to talk to y'all, to produce shows or come up with right ideas of different show topics and stuff like that, and talking to y'all and promoting my show online because I love promoting. You know? So this is where I let my money, because I don't do everything in my business. I don't do every single thing. Everything that Grind Ethiks consists of, I don't do it. I don't edit. I don't do graphics. I don't do the SEO work. You know? And when I get into social media ads, when I buy social media ads, I'm not physically setting up no social media ad. Even though I did the knowledge of it, I did the research on how to actually do it, but I don't really want to do it. You know, I really don't want to do it. I'll pay somebody to do it. So this is where I don't become a slave to the motherfucking money. Even when you have a fucking business, even when you have a business and you do everything in your motherfucking business, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. You do everything that your business needs to get done, and you do it by yourself, and you're drained out. And you like, nah, fuck it. I need to cut the middleman. Fuck it. I don't want to pay nobody. I got to cut the middleman. So if I have to do it no, fuck that. Pay the motherfucking middleman because you're drained out. See, this is where you're a slave to the fucking money. Even though you're a business owner, motherfucker, you're not even a business owner. You own a fucking job, nigga. You own a fucking 9-to-5 job. You're barely a business owner or entrepreneur. You own a fucking job. You own a motherfucking job. Now I'm fucking this shit up. Y'all see the war and shit? Anyway. You own a motherfucking job. And I'm self-employed, so I'm not disrespecting nobody that's self-employed. I've been self-employed for 2 decades plus. Okay? So I know how it is running around like a madman, trying to convince people to buy shit, which I do a little bit of. I do a little bit less convincing, and I just show people what I got, and that's it. But anyway, yeah. Even as a self-employed person, you're still a slave to the money when you do every fucking thing that your job, that your business needs. You're still a slave for the money. Now, but when you pay people, and especially if you can afford to pay some people to do things that you don't want to do within your business, or do certain things you just don't have time to do, then you're freeing yourself up. You're letting that money free you instead of enslaving you. Okay? A lot of y'all just don't notice that money is a form of slavery. You understand? Money was fucking created to slave your fucking ass. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, orange, purple, burgundy, yellow. I don't give a fuck. Money was designed to enslave you. Okay? But on the flip side, it's meant to free you up too. It's crazy, you know. It's crazy. It's like marijuana, you know. You got some marijuana strains that make you forget, and then you got some strains that make you remember. I haven't smoked anything yet that made me remember anything, but I'm pretty sure you got some marijuana out there that make you remember shit that you probably don't want to remember. But anyway, but anyway. But yeah, agree with me or disagree with me. I don't care. Well, if you agree with me, then you're on the right path. But if you disagree with me, I'm not trying to debate on the comment section. Don't call me. Don't hit my DM and debating. I don't want to debate because I know a lot of y'all social media heads like to debate. You want to be right so bad. I don't care about being right in the argument because I already know I'm right. Okay? You know, pardon my Harlem if I sound arrogant. Okay? I don't care about being right in the fucking debate because I know I'm right. Because this shit happens to me. And plenty of times I was enslaved by money. And I enslaved myself. You know what I'm saying? Based on money. And I still feel like a slave because I'm still running around trading time for money. I'm still running around trading time for money. I'm putting less hours nowadays. You know, I'm not doing no 7 days a week no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to tell some of y'all, but you're a slave to the money, man. You're a slave to the money. If you're talking about, oh, I hate this job, I want to leave it, then leave. I can't because my bill. Then you're a slave to the money. It's just that simple. Yeah, you got to pay bills, but that's not that's why you're a slave to the money because you have to pay bills. Your bills is connected to this whack job that you hate. So you're definitely a slave to the money. You're definitely a slave to it. Now, how you stop being a slave? Take some of that money from the job that you hate. Put some of my money into some type of fund account or some type of interest fund, whether it be an IRA. Look up what an IRA is. ETF, or maybe commodity stocks. You can invest in commodity stocks. You know, like rice, vegetables, fruits, oil, gold, silver, commodity stocks. You know, and or you could invest in somebody's business. You could become you could be a VC, a venture capitalist / 9 to 5er if you want. You know, try to build up that F you money, that fuck you money. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we head into a recession. Then again, we've been in a recession on low since 2020, since the pandemic started, whatever. But we head into a recession. And you're definitely gonna feel a burn. You're definitely gonna feel a burn. Cause you're gonna be like, I really want to quit this job, but right now there's a recession. Nobody, hardly anybody is hiring. I don't know what to do. I feel sorry for y'all people that work 9 to 5 and part-time jobs, man. Self-employed people could save themselves. You know, I mean, some of y'all slaves too, but at least a self-employed person flips their money and they're one step away from being an entrepreneur. Some of y'all employed and y'all never even been self-employed. Y'all never even employed yourself. So y'all more kind of a slave than a fucking self-employed person. You know, I'm sorry to say, if you hate your job and there's a recession and the market is down and hardly anybody's hiring for a job, you're stuck. You're stuck because you're not in control. Now you're really gonna feel like you need to keep this job that you hate. When are you gonna stop enslaving yourself for this fucking money, nigga? When are you gonna stop enslaving yourself? Because a lot of y'all got a poor mentality, just like my last episode when I talk about the breakdown of poor. What's the meaning of poor? A lot of y'all have a poor mindset. A lot of people who are slaves have a poor mindset. Actually, I would say, yeah, just about. You're a slave to that poor mindset, and you're a slave to that dollar bill, y'all. You know, not only cash rules everything around you, but it rules you, nigga. It rules you. You're a slave to the money. I'm sorry to say, you're a slave. You know, I had a previous episode where the topic was money's a hoe and you're the pimp. And that's how you got to flip it. That's how you got to flip the polarity in your mind. You got to be that pimp. You know, when money talks, it's okay to listen sometimes when money talks. But when money talks, you got to tell that bitch, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and make me more money, bitch. Bring me back more bitches. And I'm not talking about enslaving women. It's just cool for me to talk like a pimp. It's just cool. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hold up. Oh, damn, this is already 25 minutes. I promised myself this is going to be 10 minutes. But anyway, I'm talking to y'all. But yeah, man. What you going to do, man? Are you going to constantly enslave yourself or are you going to free yourself, man? You know? I'm going to do a part 2 of this probably. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out, man. All right? And remember, peoples, tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all about the motherfucking grind, basically.